What's up, Taiwan? I'm Leslie Liao with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan is conducting air defense drills in the country's south. They're using U.S.-made Stinger missiles to practice defending the country's skies. Ramen has more.
Taiwanese soldiers are brushing up on their shooting skills. The military here is in the middle of 3 days of coastal defense exercises in southern Taiwan. The focus of these drills is to hone the country's ability to defend its airspace. It emphasizes accuracy, and that's why these exercises are called the Divine Bow.
那我们这一次在做射手训练的时候，我们是要求这个靶弹发射后7到12秒，它就要能完成追瞄、锁定以及发射飞弹的一个动作。
But just as the exercises were coming to an end, Taiwan's military reported that China had sent 9 warplanes into the country's air defense zone. This isn't territorial airspace, but planes flying into it puts pressure on Taiwan to respond, and officials slammed Beijing's actions as irresponsible.
任何不理性的单边行为破坏区域的安全稳定，都不是值得鼓励，也都是值得谴责的。
Taiwan's military says it was monitoring the situation and deployed missile defense systems in response. But it's incidents such as this which create a cause and effect. As Beijing ramps up its military pressure and keeps sending aircraft into Taiwan's air defense zone, Taiwan continues to invest more in anti-air weapons, like this one, the US-made Avenger missile defense system. This launcher can be used to fire off Taiwan's 2,000-strong arsenal of Stinger missiles. And the military has over 74 of these systems spread across the country, many on top of vehicles to move them around if needed.
在复仇者飞弹系统，它的飞弹塔是安装在这个悍马车上面，所以它的机动性是比双联装来的强。双联装系统因为它的这个装备比较小，所以呢它的掩蔽的效果会比复仇者飞弹车来得好。
Taiwan recently received an additional 250 Stinger missiles from a U.S. deal made in 2019. As it keeps training troops on how to use these weapons, it's hoping this will continue to be for practice and never for the battlefield. Eason Pan and Jaime Okan for TaiwanPlus.
U.S. lawmakers say they want Taiwan to take part in joint military exercises next year. They've asked the U.S. Navy to invite Taiwan to the Rim of Pacific exercises known as RIMPAC. It's the world's largest ocean warfare exercise, which have been held for almost half a century. The militaries from 26 countries took part in last year's drills. The founder of the world's largest semiconductor company says geopolitics is changing globalization. Speaking at an industry event, TSMC's Morris Tsang discussed the pros and cons of globalization, saying businesses need to profit without harming national security. He also said globalization has lifted millions out of poverty, but it has also widened the wealth gap between rich and poor.
那个时候大的公司 ，IBM 啊、GE 啦，这 CEO 的收入，包括他的薪水红利，大概是基层的40倍。现在专业经理人啊，薪水跟这个 bonus 差不多是400倍。
Dozens of children allegedly sedated by their teachers have tested negative for drugs. It's possible the whole episode was just a misunderstanding, but parents are reluctant to push for a change that would ensure this kind of incident cannot happen again in the future. John Van Trieste has more.
It's a scandal that's been brewing since May. Allegations teachers at 2 kindergartens sedated children have Chen Kaiwen on the alert. Though her children don't go to either school, one of them is right next to her home.
会问小朋友说，你们就是在学校啊，然后老师对你们的状况之类的，就是会问他们说，你们在学校，老师会不会，就是有什么方式跟你们相处？
Her friend Irene is concerned too.
我们能做的就是去多观察小孩子的一个日常状况或者他们的行为举止。
All drug tests have come back negative. But even if the allegations are false, they've left Taiwan shaken. The scandal has even become a political football in the ongoing presidential campaign. Central to this scandal is the fact that Taiwan's kindergarten teachers are expected to give children medicine, as most kindergartens don't have a nurse. And faced with some of the world's longest working hours, Taiwan's parents are too busy to do it themselves. Then there's Taiwan's attitudes towards medicine in general.
在用药本来最根本那个概念上就跟国外不太一样，所以慢慢的它就变成，即便你去上学，老师也会觉得说，哦，看到小孩生病，虽然还是来，但他还是会协助家长啊，就是帮他把小孩吃一些感冒药等等的。
Legally, teachers can only give medicine prescribed by a doctor, but parents sometimes pressure them to do more.
比如说看起来可能是保健用品，比如说是维他命啊，或是看起来是像中药，那最后可能在第一线的老师就会面临说，哎，我喂还是不喂？
The National Federation of Teachers Unions floated the idea of refusing to give out medicine anymore in protest, but it's since reversed its stance. The parents TaiwanPlus spoke to are glad it did.
其实如果有生小孩的爸妈应该都知道，其实停止喂药是不对的哦，因为你停止喂药的话，其实会中断他们的治疗。我还是希望这个制度要继续，只是或许可能要再建制更完整的一个喂药制度，例如说录影啊，或者是有一个监视的机制。
如果在上课的期间没办法再持续服药的话，我就觉得这反而是对我比较困扰。我不可能请假去帮他喂药啊。
And so, the system that made such a national scare possible is unlikely to change anytime soon. Ethan Chen and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan is tightening rules on some commonly abused types of medicine. Barbiturates and benzodiazepines are being classified as Schedule 4 controlled substances. This will make them harder to get and force distributors to keep records. That's after they were allegedly used to drug children at a new Taipei preschool. The drugs are tightly controlled in many countries. Tourists can now travel directly from Taiwan to Japan's westernmost inhabited island. That's thanks to a new ferry service between Taiwan's northeastern Yilan County and Yonaguni Island, just under 110 kilometers away. The trip takes just 2 hours, and it's hoped the new route could be a boon to the island's tourism industry. Taiwan's legislative speaker Yoshi Kun was among those on the ferry's maiden voyage.
所以我们今天等于是一种观光踩线之旅，就是说希望能够促进观光，同时也是直航的破冰之旅。
Major League Baseball's St. Louis Cardinals have signed their first ever Taiwanese player. The U.S. organization offered a contract to 21-year-old pitcher Lin Zhenwei on Monday. Lin has been gaining attention from both Japanese and American scouts, but he won't be the first baseball pro in his family. He's the nephew of Hong Shi-kuo, a retired Major League pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Lin will report to the Cardinals training facility in Florida in mid-July. First it was isopods, then crocodiles. Now Taiwan is putting whole frogs in its dinners. Stash Butler has more.
Frog meat pot. Diners at this Taipei restaurant are trying its newest specialty, and reviews are not bad. In fact, frogs at this hot pot joint was so popular they ran out on their first day. But staff still say it's a divisive dish. Frog legs are eaten all over the world, but rarely in Taiwan, and rarer still here in their full body form. But now it seems it's a thing. This shop in Taiwan's southern Yunlin County now offers 6 bowls a day of fresh frog ramen, with just a hint of garlic for taste. Taiwan's getting a reputation for peculiar cuisine. Giant isopod ramen stole headlines in May. In June, it was the turn of the crocodile. Gimmicky or not, Taiwan's culinary experiments have grabbed the world's attention and got customers leaping for more. James Lin and Stash Butler for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. I'm Leslie Liao. Take care and see you next time.